there, this is part 2 of the duct tape Doodle Buddy, and now we're going to make the inside pocket. So to do this, it's just a simple pocket, so you just need to make a duct tape sheet again, the same size as your Doodle Buddy. So this is going to be like one of those little Ziploc pockets that you get in like the accordion wallets, except for me, I like to use Velcro. So if you like to use anything else like a Ziploc, just do it the normal way how you would do, just the same size as your Doodle Buddy. So for this way how I make it, it's basically you just make a duct tape sheet, and very similar way to how you would if you use Ziploc, except for instead of using Ziploc, obviously you just put Velcro in instead. So once you've done one side of your duct tape sheet, just flip it over and start covering the other side with more duct tape. So this pattern here is going to be inside of my little pocket, so I haven't bothered lining up. That's me being lazy. Okay, so you're going to need 2 sheets of this. So once you've done it once, just go and do it again and trim it down to the size you need. And now I like to trim the edges, so I'm just going to trim the top edge of each of the sheets. So just trim the one edge that's going to be shown on top. That's just using a thin strip of duct tape, same way as I trimmed the edges of the actual outside of the Doodle Buddy. So you can do that to both sheets. And this I was using actually a bit smaller than half, more like a third length, but obviously depending on how thick you want your border to be, use whatever size you like. Don't forget to trim off any little edges you've got left over to make it nice and neat and easier to go over the sides when you duct tape it later. Okay, so when we've got both those done, we're going to make sure they are actually the same size. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to now add the Velcro. I'm using self-adhesive Velcro, so it just sticks straight on there. Just pull backing off and it will stick onto the duct tape. So I've just got a strip of this, and you're going to place it fairly close to the top. Try and keep it straight and just stick it on there. Then you're going to get the other side of the Velcro, place that on top so it will line up nicely. Then you want to take the backing off of that, which I always have trouble with. I have nails, but I still can't seem to get them underneath the backing. Okay, then you get the other bit that you just made, and you're going to carefully place it on top so that's all lined up. And then we're just going to push this down quite firmly so it sticks to it. You need to hold it down for a couple of seconds and it sticks nicely. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just going to stick the ends together. So obviously just get more duct tape, place it half on one side of the pocket you're now making, flip it over and fold it on the other side. And do this with the sides as well. And this will create your little pocket to keep all your chalk in. Or pens, depending on what you use with this. Okay, and to stick it inside, I like to have it so I can actually take it out, just in case like chalk breaks in there, you want to take it out and tip it out. So I'm going to use Velcro just to stick it inside. So you want to put a strip right in the middle of that, and the other side's already stuck onto this. So you place the pocket straight onto the Velcro and then fold it on to the pocket. It should stick there nicely. You might want to hold it down for a few seconds so it doesn't come off. So there you can remove it, stick it inside and whatnot. Okay, that sounded a bit wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going to need another strip of duct tape. This is going to be about 25 centimeters long, and we're going to cut down like a third of the way and make a little, basically cut off a little rectangle. So you're taking off a third from each side. Hopefully what I'm doing makes more sense than what I'm saying. There you go, so you stuck like that. And at the other end, again you want to go probably about the same width, like a third of the way across, and take out a smaller rectangle. And this is just going to be the strap to keep it closed. There you go, so you're left with this funny shape. Hopefully you can cut straighter than I can. I really need to work on that. So we're going to peel it off the board, flip it over, and these little side bits, we're going to fold those over to the middle. So that should, if you've done it in thirds, that should go past the middle. So you just fold that down, fold the other side down, and this makes the strip without using having to line up two separate bits on top of each other. Then just fold the edge, the top edge over. Then you can take this and just stick it straight onto the outside of your Doodle Buddy. And now we're going to need more Velcro just to stick this in place. So you just need a small square, or if you've got those little circle ones, they actually look a lot better. So you stick it on one side, peel off the backing, and stick it on the other side. You don't want it too tight here because obviously your chalk and everything's not inside, so you want the room to fit those inside. And the last thing to do is you want a little chalk eraser, so you can just make one yourself by just getting a small bit of felt, and then you just want another bit of duct tape. You don't need a massive bit, I'm just using just a small bit like this. I'm going to take this and stick it on top of the felt, and this is going to create the eraser for the chalk. And it works quite well because obviously the felt's quite soft, it smudges off the chalk really well. We're just going to trim this up, and now I'm going to add some more Velcro to this, a lot of Velcro in this, because I'm going to stick this onto the outside of the pouch, because if you put it on the inside of the pouch with all your chalk, it's just going to get really dirty. So when you try and clean your board, it's just going to rub more chalk onto it. So I'll stick this on the outside so it's there when I need it and I'm not going to lose it. And then I'll just stick this on the inside. And then you can just fill the pocket up with chalk and you're ready to go. So it's all finished. So I hope you have fun making your own. And I don't know if many people use chalk anymore, but I found this to be a fun project. There you go, that's how easy it is to wipe off. Okay, thank you, bye!